Sagittarius, how are we? So I think that's probably how someone's going to say it to you. Like, how are we? Are we okay? Are we like getting on or not? Or the name Ron or Ricky or Rashad, Evans, Barry. But like I keep hearing like, how are we getting on anyway? Are we getting on okay? Like we seem to be like warming up to one another. So unless your name's Kay or Kaylee, okay. But like you seem to be warming up to someone quite a lot. Just like trusting someone, learning to kind of warm up to them, okay, or warming up to an idea for a lot of you, okay. So anyway, yeah, so Steve's got a multicoloured deck and these other decks are arrived, so Steve's going to be getting multiple decks out on the table. We have got the In the Shadows tarot deck and the Hidden Truth, okay, but we're going to be using those mainly for other ideas that I've got, but so I keep hearing Scott or Scotland, Steve, Sarah, anybody beginning with S also for a lot of you. What have you got? What have we got? What have we got today? It's kind of like, what have we got today? It might be where you get to work on the name Colin or Day, but like, what have we got today? What is on today? Like, I don't know, I keep picking up like rotas and shifts and saying, okay, where am I today? And you're like, oh, you're upstairs or you're downstairs. So some of you might be like working in a hospital. We used to do this when people used to work in a ward for like elderly patients, and they used to turn up and you'll sit around a table and talk and discuss about like a handover. Okay, I'll name Hannah, but a handover, and they say, okay, what we got on today? Okay, well, and you sit down on a table or you sit down with people and you have like a discussion about like, okay, you know, we need to let you know what's gone on here, and we need to let you know that, you know, this has happened, and, you know, the company is doing this and blah, 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 like a meeting as such, if you like. But it could be, well, like a handover, where you just hand it over to someone else and then they take on the night shift, and then you hand it over and they take on the day shift. Okay, so it could be that, because I'm definitely picking up, okay, so what's happened? Where are we today? What's happening like now? Instead of like, no, for some of you though, they keep saying that it might be like a plan of something, of where it's a meeting, and keeping each other informed of like, okay, today you're over there, today you're here, today you're upstairs, you're downstairs, you're looking after the elderly, okay, you're looking after the ones that need more support than others, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So it could be like a work meeting type sort of thing that you really could have coming up. It could be Steve. If I say thing, you say Stephen King. So it could be to do with a Leo, an Aquarian involved, or a Life Path 8, okay. But I definitely keep hearing like a meeting of such, okay. How's your meeting? Okay. Could also be eating disorder, okay. So it might be something to do with that. You might be going through counselling of an eating disorder. Okay, it's like, how's your eating going anyway? This is normally when people remind you when you're trying like to do your best. So it could be like a counselling session that you're going to around eating disorders, okay? And you are like, you're seeing a therapist or so on and so forth, and they're saying, okay, so how you been getting on this week? You know, what have you been doing? So on and so forth. How's your eating going? Have you been eating? All that kind of stuff is really what I'm picking up. So some of you, there might be like eating disorder type sort of, I don't know, even just trying to lose weight, but someone keep checking up on you to see if you've been sticking to your plan as such, okay, that you've got a plan of action, you've been putting it in action, or Jackson or Jackie or Julian or Jason or Justin or Jackie, Jasmine, but like a plan of action, and I've got a plan, and then someone says to you, okay, have you been putting all of that effort into what I told you, like blah, blah, blah? Have you gone over things, and are you progressing forward? Like, have you made any, what's the word? Progress. Have you made any progress? That's a word I'm hearing someone saying to someone. Have you made any progress? Have you like, you know, these could be meetings, but I definitely get hearing, have you made any progress? Is there any growth in the results of our money? Is there any growth in the results of our business? Is there any growth in what I'm selling? Is there any business coming in? Is there any, because it could be manager type sort of stuff, right? Where you might have a manager or you are the manager, okay? But it's like, what's the growth in the results of this? Like, am I seeing any results yet? Like, if you've been taking supplements, am I seeing any results? If it's like mental health and there's like antidepressants and stuff like that, are you seeing any results? Are you, I don't know, are you taking any medications for losing weight? But, you know, are you seeing any results? But that kind of stuff, right? How are you seeing any results? And I really do keep picking up, it's like body related for a lot of it, like body relatives. So it could even be your relatives. Like your relatives are kind of, because you could have a paradox number, right? Obviously, when I do Sag, you can look at it as Taurus or life path 5 energies. And then obviously when I'm doing these could be people discussing stuff. But I'm just hearing, how are you getting on? How are you doing? Are you seeing any results? Have we got any results from the doctors? You know, is there this? Oh, by the way, yeah, my this would be my mother then, because she has a Sag moon. Our dog has gone into, bless her, Molly. She's gone in. She's having 3 nights stay in the veterinarian. She's got pancreatitis, bless her. We really did think that it was cancer. We thought it was cancer. We thought it was bowel cancer, but it ended up being pancreatitis because she was bleeding out of her back passage, bless her. So she's actually gone to, so I miss her like shit, she's not here. So I haven't got a dog for 3 days. But something like that, like checking up on a result, like is there any results, you know, can we bring her home? It could even be a dog, cat, you know, but that kind of stuff, right? Like we need to find out result. And is there any change in the condition? Are they any better? Blah, 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 so on and so forth. Because that's also going to involve diet. So it could be an animal. You could be going through the same thing. But like diet change. So pancreatitis obviously requires dietary supplement food that you can't have. Treats and sausages, all that sort of stuff I was feeding my dog. She can't have that anymore. She can't have like any of the other bacon fries and stuff that I would kind of, you know, dog treats. She can't have any of that. So her diet has to change because of a medical condition now. So it's things like that. It's a channeled stuff. It's just like checking up on a result of is there any change in somebody's condition? Is there any change in the company that we're investing in? What are the results? What's the graph of progress, if you like? All right, so it would be like an analytic kind of looking at my analytics and seeing if there's any growth in the business, seeing if our sales are going up, or so Sal, Sarah, Steve, Sassy. But like, is there any sales? Have we accomplished our goal? Have we reached our protocol of what we have to do in order to pay all the people that do tarot reading stuff for us? And we sell all of these crystals and stuff like that. And have we hit our goal so we can pay all the people that do the work, and then I'll just do the readings? Right. So stuff like that, like managers. We manage you. We tell you what to sell. We tell you how to make all of this stuff. We're going to make it. And then you pronounce it all and sell it all to everybody. And then when you do, we need to say to you, okay, we've sold this much, this is how much you're getting out of it. We take our cut, we take their cut. The cameraman has to be paid, the editor has to be paid, and all the people that do all the work, and then you get a percentage, that kind of stuff, right? So consumer marketing, I'm picking up for a lot of you. Okay. So what's the growth in the company? Okay. Good company, bad company, something around a Libra or a number 2. Or a number 2. Okay. What's the growth in the business? How much money are we making? Okay. So let's see. So don't forget, you can watch this as a Sagittarian, as a Taurus, as a life path 5. 2 life paths that come together to make 5. You being involved in someone that has a 5 placement, you would be in the reading. Because if you're a member of Parliament or you're a member of the company, that would be the people that are talking to you or them about it, because they would be a Taurian or a Sagittarian. Do you get it? Do you get how complex it can be? Okay, they're going to be basically people that you're talking to through this week. Okay, so let's see. Sagittarius. I keep hearing veterinarian as well. So this one's a bit of a laugh, and then we get down and dirty. Grow your deck. So this is actually the bit that came with the actual deck on the front of it, but I kept it anyway. You like to grow things. There you go. Something to do with around growth. Okay, that feel good. Might be copious amounts of ganja. Yes. Okay. You want more of that fun juice in your life. Juice, something to do around juicing or something like that. I don't know. It might be weight consumption or stuff. This card comes to you to say, why is that bit? Ask the universe for more. After a period of rest, or focus, it's now time to start experiencing adventures and seeing results. So it does, results. It's kind of like basically you've put the load of work into something, okay? And it's a bit like, okay, I've put a load of work in this week or this month, and now we need to start seeing things grow. We need to start seeing results. We put a load of readings out. We need to start seeing the results. We've made a company and a brand. We're selling it. We need to start seeing results. Okay. It could also be results around, like I said, all of the channeled stuff that just came in. It could be veterinarian stuff. It could be hospitals. It could be doctors. But what the main message here of what they're getting me to focus on is the word results. Okay, results. So we are looking for growth and results. Okay, so things are growing. So you could be dealing with like a life path 7, a Cancerian energy maybe. Okay, things are growing. So that could be copious amounts of ganja. Things are growing, and we are now starting to look for results in what's happening, because that could be the change of someone's condition. Okay, so if it's health related, that would be checking up to find out how you or they are doing on their work or health, or both, okay, or Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Louise, Lowell, Lorraine, Kelly, Keely, Kelly. Anyway, so now you have got this. Won't be forever. We can do this. So someone's got your back, basically, telling you that you've got this. You can do it. You know, you can do it. You can get through this time. I know that you can. You'll find everything else. It could be Libra. I think Libra had that same kind of. I don't think it was the same card, but it was to do with around like you can do this. You know, you can really do this. Okay. So this won't be forever. We can do this. The hamster of hope. Okay. What is hope? What is an energy that gets us to where we need to be? It actually doesn't matter if we get the outcome we hoped for. So it's kind of like you are waiting for this outcome, right? Hope just holds us safely and keeps us in a positive mindset. Hope reminds us that miracles happen. Okay, so it's basically saying that whatever it is, miracles are happening. There are things going on behind the scenes. Normally when you look at the magic number of 3, if you look at it as the energy of like relationship, you never do things in reverse order. So if you've seen me for a little while, I always say the first thing that anybody ever really seeks out, definitely a woman, will be safety. Okay, so, you know, safety protocol, I feel safe in order to approach. The communication is going, I'm not worrying about anything, I feel safe, I feel secure. Okay, when you've got safety, you have a safety net. So when you have business, if you was to look at the 3, if it's a safety net, it would mean savings. I have things that can catch me if I have rainy day money. Okay, so if I have rainy day money, I can also invest it and I can use it, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to fall flat on my face. Okay, but when you look at the same aspect of love, you would look at safety. Okay, the next thing is common interest and common people. What do we have in common? Because the energy of things that come up in common are everything that you discuss and you talk about that leads to trust. And trust is obviously the energy of 5, which would be common interests, marriage, children, blah, 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 white picket fence, we love each other, we trust each other, and now we can really start to put our effort and our time into the relationship. But if you do it in reverse order, okay, and you go straight up to Joe Bloggs on the street and you say, listen, bruv, are you up for marriage and me giving birth to 5 of your kids and you paying for the rest of your fucking life and let's get married straight off, y'all going to scare some motherfucker away. So y'all don't really want to be doing that. That's reverse order. Then things in common would be like, well, we ain't got anything in common. I just met you, sweetheart, on the fucking side of the corner. What do you want? You're like, you're a bit fucking crazy. Yeah, well, if you're not going to get married, you're like, bruv, I don't even know you. We haven't got anything in common. So how the hell do I feel safe around you, you nutter? See, life is about doing things in reverse order. Okay, so when it comes to stuff like this, it's also very important in order to remember those 3 main factors in life, is that a lot of human nature is where they actually do things in reverse and they actually don't think about things first. Okay, so basically when it comes down to, in order to finding results and that you've got this, is to actually try and take your mind off anything that is negative in order to feel positive. And when you do, that is when you know that things are going to be okay. Okay, because it is a certain amount of energy, and what they're saying is that you kind of need to have trust in the universe, and that's one of the most difficult things to have, is because you don't see the things that are hidden behind the universe of karma. Okay, you only see what is right in front of you with your eyes. Okay, so when it comes down to that, having faith is one of those miracle things of like, you know what, I just kind of feel a certain way, but it should be okay. Okay, so you kind of got messages that are based around that, I feel, Sagittarius. Okay, so I think you're going to be all right, bruv, to be honest with you. Okay, you cheeky little chappy. So what else have we got? Right, so we've got the steampunk deck. Okay, so this might get a little bit vicious. Okay, but any messages, because I'm going to start doing these on the other side where we're going from your partner. But any messages very quickly for Sagittarius. Have you eaten? You are acting like a big ass baby. So it might be around food again. Okay, but a lot of these do have the same message on the front. Okay, so it might be around food and things like that. Okay, you are being an ass because you are fucking tired. Face the pillow now. So some of you are just like tired. Okay, tired. Okay, but it can also relate a lot to negative thinking. Negative thinking can make you really spiral out of control. Your feelings are something that cannot be basically controlled, because your feelings create your mind, and your mind creates a feeling. It's in tandem. They both work in tandem with one another. Feeling creates dark thoughts create more dark feelings. Okay, so it's more about kind of like stabilizing one's mind and relaxing, basically. So you are being a big ass baby. Fucking, I don't know. Is someone being a big ass baby? I don't know. Or is it something to do with your children and your mother? Okay, your mother and your children. Okay. But face the pillow now. So some of you basically just need to chill out, catch up on your sleep. Okay, catch up on your sleep, and it will hopefully relax you. Take a chill pill. Okay, take a chill pill. Okay, just not pills. Okay. Let's see, Sagittarius. Any messages for those? You are the best thing to ever happen to you. Okay, so you're the best thing. Paul McCartney. No, sorry, Paul Weller. Paul McCartney didn't sing that, bruv. Unless your name's Paul or Pauline or Joe, Jolie, Jodie, Jolie. Anyway, you are a hot mess. Fact. Clean yourself up, bruv. Fucking hell. Some of you are being wounded here, Sagittarius. I'm just saying, right? You probably need to clean your act up for a lot of you. You're probably like a washed out fucking act. You've probably just redone it all the time. You're like, bruv, I could just wring myself out. Okay. Can be dealing with an 8, which would be a life path 8 or an Aquarian. I don't know. I'm going to give up on those ones. But don't forget, on the other side, when we do that, we're going to have the hidden truth and what's beneath the shadows. Okay, they're going to be messages from your partner and stuff like that I'm going to look into. If they could say anything, what would they say? Okay, let's see. Or what they may be hiding. Let's see. So Sagittarius, what they got coming up for this week, please? This week, what they got coming up for Sagittarius? There's the 8. Okay, so 8 till late. Am I sitting at home, working from home? 9 till 5, just like Dolly Parton. Okay, I'm in a circumstance. There might be restraining orders that you could have against someone. Okay, but basically restraint. I'm feeling the pinch. Okay, so it might be where you're really struggling around money. If you're not, you work from home. For a lot of you here, or they do. This could also be a Lonely Hearts column or something, or Colin. Okay, but somebody, basically like a mother, okay, that stays at home and looks after everything at home. Okay, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But like this would be coming over to visit, more than likely. Okay, it's a very nice place to visit, but I don't think I would want to stay in that company very long. Okay, so it's someone that you kind of try to avoid so much, because when you get in tight quarters, you're like, oh, I just need a break, man. Oh, I can't breathe. You're too smothering, Just let me have a break, bruv. I just need to be on my own for a little while. Okay. Think about things. Isolate myself. Right. Let's see. Sagittarius. So it could just naturally be that you work from home. Okay. Or this person does. Sagittarius. What they got coming up? So there you go. So it could be around your children. Your children could work at home, right? But for a lot of you, that's getting out, right? Getting out, going to see people, blah, blah, blah. You know, feeling restricted, working from home, taking a break. I know it's quite simple, but it's kind of like just taking a break, okay? Crack your fingers like, oh, okay, that's my workload done today. Now I can relax, okay? So it really is. That's the message. It's just so simple, but it really is. For a lot of you, you might have on the negative side of life, for those people that love to look on the negative, you might have a restraining order on you on the amount of times that you can see your children, okay, or the other person, okay. They might hold you against that, okay, hold you against your will. This is why it can be quite suffocating around a house and a home, because it'd be kind of like, okay, I'm in this Eight of Swords, but I don't know, it's kind of making me like, don't ask me personal questions, bruv. It's like, yeah, but just now I've got you here, let me just ask you, and you're like, oh, okay, just, yeah, all right, yeah, just, yeah, brilliant. And then you're off, you know, so you're kind of like on the bridle or briding. But someone that stays there, but someone that just doesn't stay very long, they just kind of float in, they get a little bit of info, they feel a little bit like anxious around somebody, like, oh, bro, I can't, I just need to just be on my own. Right, it's the truth. Let's see, well, so far, so it might be your children, you know, where they're just kind of like, oh, I'm all right, yeah, see ya. Let's see, Sagittarius, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go, Sag, straight out of the box. Yourselves or Taurus or anybody, really, I don't really give a fuck. But again, man, somebody gets really irate at somebody. Now, it might be worrying. It could be literally be worrying about a horse, a dog, or a cat. I really don't know, but it's there because it is actually happening in my life. So it is somebody that is worrying, but it's also about a child that isn't worrying, but someone here is worrying. Okay, so it starts an argument. It's very, very argumentative. It's a north and south energy. Well, it's an opposition. It's someone that you have around your life that loves to just bicker and argue about unnecessary shit. They love to worry about everything, like worry. Worry stirs up an energy of negativity. People always say to you, what kind of dark energy do they have? I need to use all my chakras and auras to get rid of dark energy. You don't have dark energy inside you, for God's sake. Okay, you have dark thoughts that create a stirred emotion that feels gloomy and down, okay, that causes a reaction of a Jackson action, kind of like, well, what action are you going to take? Well, I'm going to tell you to piss off because you're getting on my fucking nerves. Okay, ooh, temper, right? So, you see, it's basically one-on-one energy of think before you speak here. But you can never tell another person to stop arguing because normally that's going to piss them off even more. So it's where you could be really getting fucking annoyed, Sagittarian, or this person is. But if you've got an opposition, that's because what you're doing here is more than likely at home where you're spending way too much time around this person. Okay, way too much time around this person. Because some of you have got too much time on your hands. You've got too much time on your hands. Okay, which basically means my hands are tied behind my back because I've got way too much time to just, where I can't be bothered because we're just around each other 24/7. You're actually really fucking pissing me off, you know. And it's kind of like couples that have retired and they're at home together 24/7. They live with each other 24/7, or a married couple, and then the children start to get on their nerves, and then everybody's kind of like, oh man, it's like, man, you all need to get a project. Stop being so bored. Focus on something that's positive, for fuck's sake. Oh no, I'm so worried. You know, about what? Stop. It's very difficult to try and stop people from worrying, Sagittarius. It is. I don't have that ability in me, really, to worry too long. Okay? It takes up too much of my time. It takes too much of my energy to worry about stuff. It really does. And I don't like it. Why people choose that, to worry, I've got no idea. They choose to... Now, if there's something very important that going on in people's lives, then granted, right? Because I can't tell what it is a person's worrying about here unless I've already told you. But I've already told you once to try to stop thinking about it, okay? Because normally when someone wants to think that negative, okay, this is the truth. When someone really forces themselves to think that negative, when you don't think negative and your action is calm, you can be like me too. Is that you can also get blamed for being the calmed person, the person that doesn't think negatively. You can be blamed for not actually being a very positive person, because you can be blamed for being positive, but then when you don't want to think negatively and you don't have time for a person that's constantly always bickering, shouting and worrying and running around like a blue ass fly, when you get in that circumstance, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, you just, what, don't you dare walk out, you know, can't win. There is nothing that I can say, whether it be yes or no, agree or disagree or not say anything. Everything would be the wrong move. Everything would be the wrong move, because somebody has temper tantrums. They're out of control with how much they think negatively. That was the majority of your messages there. Okay. So it was about remaining positive. Okay. Sagittarius. This is where everybody's just so frustrated and pissed off they want the answer so they can go to another one. The Nine of Pentacles. So a lot of you here, well, I don't blame you if you're single, because you know, who wants to argue over a relationship, in it or out of it, or about one, or about another's, or about a mother's relationship, or about how they do or how they don't do things, how they carry themselves. Okay. Because 9 is an energy of stuck in purgatory. I'm much better than what you are. Oh, are you now? Oh, really? Okay, yeah, I'm living the life of Riley. So why the fuck are you so argumentative? If your health and you're good and you have a house over your head and you're breathing, okay, and that you can stay at home, you don't have to worry about much, then what the fuck are you worrying about? Well, we're going to be probed by Paul tomorrow. Okay, well, isn't that looking negatively of stuff that you don't know? Some of you are just getting wound up by being single, you know. Or you're not, and you are single, but or you spend the majority of your time just arguing with kids. Right? Here. Or arguing with yourself. I mean, that's got to be daft, right? I'm having a word with myself. Right. Let's see. Someone could be schizophrenic here. Let's see. Sagittarius. The Wheel of Fortune. The World. 3. Pisces possible. Fate and destined events. You're more than likely in contact with this person here. Okay. There is something that is just basically on someone's mind. It isn't as dramatic as I first let on. Someone's just having a little bit of a breakdown because something is going on in their life that they're worried about. They are generally worried about this energy. They may not be argumentative, but they could be thinking very negatively about something. And it is about the health of something or someone. Okay. But it would be tangible of physical. This is not metaphysical time zone shit. Okay. So there is an energy here. It may be involving a Capricorn. Okay. Or a Virgo, Pisces. Let's see. Someone could be at a distance from someone here, and they've just got things going on in their life first. Sagittarius. The Emperor is here. So either Aries, or a Scorpio, or a life path 4, or all of the above. This could well be your partner in crime. Things that you do together. You've just got something that is actually going on in your lives that's a little bit concerning. A little bit concerning. And it could be the health of a child, of a friend, of an animal. You know, it really could. But there is something that's kind of going on here where someone is arguing with this child quite a lot. And there's an energy of like, I don't really trust you so much anymore because the amount of times that we've argued and we've bickered is kind of ruined the relationship of where people talk, but the majority of the time when they talk, they argue. They bicker. Okay, they bicker. Okay. Or Rebecca. But they bicker quite a bit, right? There might be slight energies of worry about a child here. Worry about nothing. Okay. Not nothing, but general worry. Okay. One more card, please, for Sagittarius. So the Magician, so you are holding it together. There is an energy that's coming out through those messages there about holding it all together. The Emperor is a good person to hold everything together, because an Emperor is cardinal, okay, so it's very fixed, roughly, because it's like Scorpio 4. It's very fixed, okay, wise, educated, saprophilia, educated in emotionally intelligent, okay, knows how to keep everything together. If it's a woman, pretty much knows how to pay all the bills, like keep things ticking on, even a man, but knows how to pay bills, knows how to be sufficient. It could be a fish, Pisces, but sufficient in making things as stable in our lives to keep you under control, okay? So it can be support, basically. You're going through a bit of a tough time at the moment, I understand. I'm here to support you. I'm not against you as a partner. I am here to support you through the time that you're going through at this minute. I'm the one that calms you down, okay? So I talk to you very softly, okay? But also through wisdom, through experience, through saprophilia, emotionally educated, okay? So dedicated towards their partner, knowing that there's going to be a brighter day and that you can actually do this, okay? This person's got your back here. Okay, so for a lot of you, you're actually in relationships, or you've got someone that you know you can always rely on. This person is a very good person that would also be around business. Okay, this person here would not let you down. If they say they'll do it, they mean that they'll do it. If they're there on time, they will be there on time. If there's anything that has been late, this person would do it on time. They would turn up on time. If they say that they will be there, they will. And that is financially, physically and emotionally. If this person says they'll do it, they will do it. Okay, they're not lying. So they're a great support. Someone that's also very good for manager, kind of like a manager that does things at work, blah, blah, blah. Very efficient. They would not be late what they promised they would do if it was anything around finances and money. If I say I'll lend you some money, I mean it. Okay, if I say that I've got your back, I have. Okay. But if you broke the distrust of this person that many times, I wouldn't really advise keep doing that, really, because this person would also be an advisor. They would be an educational coach of advising people where to invest their money, where to invest their time. Okay, if it's emotionally intelligent, it would be where to invest things emotionally, keeping your emotions under control. If it is anything to do with a business, that would be someone that's saying, we're best investing in this area, not this area, this area, okay? So if it's moving, which might be here, okay, if it's about travel and moving, this person would start to think, okay, can I perform my business in this area? If I was to buy a house or a home, this area looks good, because this person would do their research. They would do research on something that comes up to say, okay, this works for me, and if this works for me, this would work for us. Okay, so that's what you've got. Okay, so there you go, Sagittarius. So if you want to join, you can, the full access bundle. Obviously, I'm going to do your full spread and clarify it. And then, like I've said at the beginning, we've got two decks here, which is the Hidden Truth deck, okay, and In the Shadows Oracle deck as well. They're both from America. These two decks here have cost me 85 quid because it comes from America, right? But they do have a lot of relationship, what a person would want to say to you, all that kind of stuff. But there's loads of things in there. I haven't actually gone through them all. But we're going to use that of messages from your partner towards yourself, and then what they may be hiding from you, okay? But we're going to figure it out as we go forward. That's what I've got for you. If you want to join, helps me out as a channel, helps me survive, which is the full access bundle only. Things are going to change very soon. I ain't going to say that just yet, but it will be star signs for the, well, I'm going to. Star signs for the month. Okay, and then weeklies are more than likely all going to be on Patreon for a little while. And then YouTube is obviously going to be the monthlies. But it will also be like water sign, air sign, earth sign, so on and so forth, or just general stories, okay? And then things like that, okay? So for a little while. So, but we'll see. But if you want to join, you can find all access and information about whatever you want. Personal readings, how to join, what it offers, when, everything else. Videos all below. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.